Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of Age of Engineering! And if in this episode it seems like time has skipped ahead a little bit, that's because it has. I actually recorded an episode the other day and managed to corrupt all of the footage, so we're a little ahead of where we were last time, but we're not too far ahead. I saved a lot of things to do on screen with you guys, so it shouldn't be too hard to catch up. So let's start with this guy right here. This is our fusion reactor, and the reason I have set this up is because for our dimension builder, which you'll remember is what we're working towards right now, we need a helium plasma cell. And there's only one way to get a helium plasma cell, and that is inside a fusion reactor. The fusion reactor will take helium-3 and deuterium, which you can get in an industrial centrifuge by centrifuging down some hydrogen, which will give you 4 hydrogen gives you 1 deuterium, and the hydrogen you can get just from processing bauxite into titanium. Remember all that hydrogen we threw away while we were doing this? Yeah, would have been better to save it, but that's okay. I just went back and made some more, and it didn't take long at all. So let's see what else. You'll notice this has a lot of coils around it. I didn't realize that when I was making this. I made the fusion reactor itself because the recipe is fairly simple for this. It's just some of these energy flow circuits, energy crystals, and 1 fusion coil. I was like, oh, that's easy. I can do that. Yeah. So I made it, and I put it down, and I checked inside here, and it said coils, no. Or coils, 0, I think it was. And I was like, oh, no. So I hit this, which is a hologram button. And it told me that I needed a ring of coils. Like this. There are 24 coils in total for this. Yeah, that took a while. My processors couldn't even handle it. I had to make them like 5 at a time. That was a little bit of a pain. So the other thing that this needs, and you can see it's almost at 62%, is somewhere in the neighborhood of, let me see. Helium. Yeah. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 million EU. 40 million EU. To start. Just to start this thing. So right now, oh, and by the way, you can't pipe power in through the bottom. I tried. It has to be the side, maybe the top, I don't know, but it at least has to be the side. But I have this hooked into my ultimate hybrid solar panels over here. I also have another one that's crafting right now. Hopefully that won't take too long. But yeah, it's hooked into here so that it will charge with the energy from the solar panels. But then when this starts producing power, which I'm not sure how much it's actually going to produce, if it's going to be a net gain or a net loss or what. But once it starts producing power, it'll pump the power back in here. So it'll just go right into the molecular transformer, which can take as much power as you want to throw at it. So yeah, that's that. All that just to get 1 canister of helium plasma. So the other thing that I was working on, as you can see here, I got our Draconic crafting set up, our basic fusion crafting injectors. I just have them in a circle like this, and you need 8 of them in order to do the recipe that we're doing, which is why I made 9, because what we're doing is turning these into these purple ones. We're turning the basic tier into the wyvern tier. And to power these, I created dimensional transceivers. Dimensional transceivers don't have the limitations on them that the power cells do. The power cells can only transfer 5,000 RF a tick, which means this would take forever. This, I'm not sure how much it can actually send and receive. I think it might be infinite. I think you can just send and receive however much power you want. You'll notice I also hooked this up with the last cables. Let's see. Okay, yeah, the last cable. These can transfer 320,000 RF per tick, which is great. They're not that difficult to make. They just require electric diamonds, flawless diamonds, and energy conduits. Wow, I can't talk today. And obviously we have these, we're growing these on trees, and we have a setup to make these automatically, which is awesome. So yeah, that's all hooked up. And then out front here, we have the fusion crafting core. This was a process in and of itself. The fusion crafting core, actually it wasn't that bad. It's 4 empowered payless crystal blocks, which I still haven't automated. I'm still doing it all by hand because stubborn. I just did right in here. And then there's the wither diamonds. Let's see, and a draconic core. So it's not that bad. And then we have it just set up right here. So to use this, if you've never done draconic evolution before, oh, are you in for a treat? These require power. This does not. You put... Okay, when you look at a recipe, it'll show you what you need to put into the different injectors. That's what these are on the side. These are the different injectors. To turn a basic fusion crafting injector into a wyvern fusion crafting injector, which is what we need in order to make awakened draconium, you need 1 wyvern core, 2 draconic cores, a draconium block, and 4 diamonds. So what I've done here is, the thing about these is if you have a certain number of items in your hand, like I have 7 diamonds in my hand. If I right click on this, the 7 diamonds will all stack up in there. So now I have 7 of those, and I've done that with each of these. And all I have to do is add the wyvern cores, and if you click on this now, you can see that this is a replica of the recipe that we just saw instead of a blank screen. So then we hit start. It'll start charging. It's still not as fast as I would like it to be. In fact, it seems like it's slower than before. I'm not really sure why. Why are you so slow? Am I out of power? Is that what's going on? No, this has plenty of power. This is sending and receiving. This is sending. Yes. Alright, well, let's stop that. Okay. Let's get all this stuff out and try it one at a time. There we go. Two, 3, 4. One, 2. 1. Whoops. Hey, don't do that. Well, at least it's picking up where it left off. Okay, I'm not sure why this is taking so much longer now. Maybe it's because the Wyvern fusion crafting injectors require more power? Or maybe... Ah. Alright, there we go. That's going faster. I guess I had that configured to items or something, so it wasn't putting out enough power. But yeah, here we go. Alright, so if we just wait a minute or so, this will transform. The animation of this is really cool. I just wish it didn't take as long, you know? You know, when you're doing your 4th upgrade on your wyvern bow, you get tired of it. It stops being so cool. Alright, so let's try and put everything back again, so we don't have to keep messing with it. And then the Draconic cores. Alrighty. Throw that in there. And start. And yeah, that's going so much faster now. Oh, much better. Alright. Tell you what, while that's crafting, let's head outside and see how this is doing. Oh, we're at 83%. Awesome. So this should start up sometime soon-ish. There's tons of ways you can automate this, but I don't actually know any of them off the top of my head. I'll do some research in between the episodes and see about automating this stuff. Because I'm sure we're going to need to automate making Awakened Draconium. Alright, so pull out our fusion crafting injector. Knock down this one. Did I just... Oh yeah. Make sure you grab the stuff out of it first. Put down that. Put the diamonds in it. And then we just head to the next one. Cool. Alright, so while that's crafting, let's head over here and I will show you what I've done to these. These were going really slowly, like they take forever. So I added some upgrades into them and it seems to be helping a little bit. I added a speed upgrade and I added an energy upgrade. And how you make those is pretty easy. Let's see. Here they are. The speed upgrade is just some enriched alloy, some osmium dust, and some white stained glass. And then the energy upgrade is the same thing, only with gold dust. Pardon me. So I added one each to each of these machines, and they seem to be faster. I don't know how many in total you can add, like if you can add more than one. But I'd like to know. Mechanism, I'm not used to working with mechanism, but the more I learn about it, the more it kind of fascinates me. Like, I'm here for you, mechanism. I am here. You have sparked my interest. Okay, so this is done. Continuing on. Oh, that's not what we wanted. That's not what we wanted at all. Sometimes these are a little funky. They don't necessarily like going on properly. There we go. And start. So I might, between the episodes, I might make the Draconic armor, because at some point we are going to have to fight the Chaos Dragon. To make the Draconic armor, you have to upgrade it, of course, with Awakened Draconium, but you have to make a Wyvern helm, or the Wyvern level, for the helmet, the chest plate, the boots, and the leggings. But these aren't too bad. It just takes one Wyvern core and one Wyvern energy core each, a diamond thing, and then Draconium around it. Of course, the Wyvern energy cores and all that we have in the system from making our fusion stuff. Alright, give me that. This is actually not taking long at all. Whee! Alright. And start. Alright. Let's head outside and see how this guy's doing. Still not quite ooh, 93%. It's close. I hope it doesn't blow up. I don't even know if that's a thing. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe everything will blow up because of this. I really hope not. I had a... yeah, okay. I had one of these crafting. I wanted to see if it was done yet, because this will cut down our charging time even more. Let's grab a cable. Throw that on there. Oh, 95%. Nice. Very nice. I probably shouldn't stand here when the reactor goes off, but on the other hand, I'm very curious to see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and watch this, and I'll bring you guys back when it's ready to go. See you then. Alright, entering the final stretch. 8, 9, and there we go. Start 100%. Why? Okay, so yes. Please start. How do I... is there a button? Did it just... oh! Oh, there it goes! Okay, it's doing a thing. Scary. Okay, here we go. And it's... there we go! Our helium plasma cell! Alright. So I don't know how much EU that produced, if any at all. It's... the startup... when it went back, the startup is at 80%, so I don't know if it only cost 20% to restart this. I think that might be the case. Like the first time you use it, you have to do the full 100%, but this doesn't seem to be going any faster. Oh, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I assume it's producing its own power? I don't know. Maybe I should just shut the whole thing off. But anyway, we got what we wanted out of it, which is a helium plasma cell. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay. We are so close to the dimensional builder. Look at all this stuff. And I know I didn't make some of this on camera with you guys, so I will go through it now. The helium plasma cell, you just saw me make. The 64K ME storage component, I had that in auto crafting from when we made our matter condenser. Let's see. Then we have The vibrant capacitor, obviously. Ambrosia, this is super easy to make. It's just honeydew and royal jelly, which we had from our bees. And then the wax capsule is just... it is just 3 beeswax. That's it. Super simple. The peace essence. This was a little bit of a pain. In between the episodes, I did go and whack a bunch of mobs. And I can actually show you. I think they're still out there. They might be. They might still be out here. I had to make an iron golem, and I had to make a snowman. Oh, maybe they're not here. I thought they were right here. Anyway, yeah, I had to make those guys so I could smack them with the syringe and get all their essence. That wasn't hard. The iron golem is just 4 iron blocks and a pumpkin, and then the snow golem is just 2 iron blocks and a pumpkin. And then what else did I make? Shoop. Okay. The golem, the enderman was easy. I just went to the end. Snowman. The bat was, oh my gosh, such a pain in the butt. Such a pain in the bat. I had a bat, and I had the syringe up to like, I don't know, 60 or 70%, and then I accidentally hit a zombie, and it refilled with just zombie instead of bat. I was so mad, because if hitting them with the syringe hurts them, so you need at least 2 bats before you can fill the entirety of the syringe. Oh, what a pain. The ocelot was easy. I just went to a jungle biome that's to the southwest of my base in the overworld. The guardian, that was a bit of a pain. I had to scout around and find an underwater temple. The wolf, that was pretty easy. Just found a taiga biome. Zombie pigman, just popped into the nether and smacked him a few times. And then the mushroom cow, or the mushroom, that was actually really easy as well, because there is a soul vial recipe for a mushroom. You just take a soul vial with a cow in it and surround it with mycelium, and then you get a mushroom soul vial. So you take that and you right click it on the ground and you get a mushroom, and you can smack it with the syringe, which is cool. The iridium neutron reflector, I set up an auto crafting recipe for, because you'll recognize this stuff is all stuff that we use in our solar panels and things. So that was pretty easy to do. But now we only have 2 items left that we have to make. Of course, getting those 2 items is going to be a huge pain. Aside from the awakened draconium for the what do you call it? Oh my gosh. For this thing, the draconic energy core. We also need to make HDPE sheets. We need 1 HDPE sheet. And to get an HDPE sheet, we need HDPE pellets. To get those, it's a whole long process. We need to make 2 of these PRC, pressurized reaction chamber machines. We need to make some other mechanism machines, and we got to set them all up. However, these pellets, and we will make a ton of these pellets, but that's a good thing, because one of the later creative items, I believe it's the creative vending upgrade. Vending. It requires, 4,096 HDPE pellets. So it's probably a good idea for us to get that started right now. And where are my factory blocks that are now invisible again? So that is going to be it for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me today. In between the episodes, I will finish up doing these and whatever else. Oh, really? And do whatever else we need to do to get ourselves on the path to awaken Draconium. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!